Typical grocery store queue in Vilnius, the capital of current Lithuania, during the consumer goods shortage. Soviet Union, 1990. Ships painted to confuse their enemies. World War I. Dazzle camouflage, also known as razzle-dazzle or dazzle painting, was a military camouflage paint scheme used on ships extensively during World War I and to a lesser extent in World War II. The idea is credited to the British artist Norman Wilkinson, who came with this idea in 1917, a time when German U-boat attacks on British ships seemed unstoppable. 1986 Philips PMC 100 Composer Synthesizer Sequencer, a 9-channel FM synth with 100 presets, a membrane keyboard, 8K of RAM, a built-in cassette recorder and buttons for a strap. A dorm room with a fireplace at Cornell University, Ithaca, New York, 1902. Pietz and Tallis in 1949. Shopkeepers of Peshawar in 1929. The winter of 1963, and the post still got through. A father singing to his children, Kentucky, 1949. Charging an electric car back in 1905. Gentleman lighting a street lamp in Paris, 1905. Inside a miner's cabin in Colorado, 1890. Some of the children who go to school half a day and shuck 4 hours before school, several hours after school, and 8 or 9 hours on Saturday. Magione Canning Company. Location: Port Royal, South Carolina. Photo by Lewis Hine. Margot Hemingway, 1970s. Natalie Wood, 1950s. Early use of a selfie stick in the 1940s. During the 1950s, Las Vegas added atomic bomb detonations as the many attractions Vegas had to offer and promoted itself as Atomic City. They even issued a calendar for tourists with times and the best places to view them. Over 12 years, there was an average of 1 bomb detonated every 3 weeks. Nat King Cole was an enormously popular crooner, earning $4.500 a week in Las Vegas in 1956. He headlined at the whites-only Thunderbird Hotel, where he wasn't allowed to venture beyond the showroom and the cook's resting area behind the kitchen. Cole's road manager was given a room in the Oat because he was white, but the high-paid feature attraction had to find other accommodations. He regularly stayed in a rooming house on the west side. At the Singino Dam, located 7 kilometers, 4 miles, southwest of Antrona Skirenko, province of Verbano Cusio Ossola in Piedmont, Italy, you will see some alpine ibexes climbing up its wall. The Singino Dam is almost vertical. It is 160 feet high, and these wild goats climb almost to the top. This species of goat lives in the European Alps, has split hooves with rubber-like soles. They are exceptional climbers, but watching them climb up this vertical wall is absolutely amazing. Actress Elke Sommer, 1971. Woman in pants going for a bike ride, 1897. Pizza Hut back in the day. The original cast of Emmerdale Farm, when it was just about a farm and a pub, and it entertained a nation. No sensationalist drama. The biggest drama was if Mr. Wilkes served Amos a cup of tea in a mug that wasn't blue and white. In 1946, a poignant photograph by Russell Lee, held in the National Archives, captures Mr. and Mrs. Seth Holland with their 6 children in front of their modest 3-room house in Bell County, Kentucky. Virginia, 1911. Painters on the Woolworth Building in New York City, 1926. Woodstock, 1969. It's hard to imagine this many people sitting peacefully in one place. Operations Officer of Military Assistance Command Major General Richard G. Stilwell, 1963. American officers inspect the pistols of recruits standing at attention at a training camp in Indiantown Gap, Pennsylvania, World War I, .1917. 8-year-old coal miner in Utah, USA, early 1900s. Jorma Kaukonen racing a mini bike. In 1971, he pulled Grace Slick from her burning Aston Martin after she challenged him to a street race. Jefferson Airplane lead guitarist Jorma Kaukonen had a passion for speed. He would race anything from go-karts to sports cars. He even spent a winter in Finland learning how to speed skate. A car is parked on the street in front of the Women's Club of Hollywood building, located at 7078 Hollywood Boulevard at Sycamore Avenue, California, 1934. Source: Lapple. Norma Jean in 1945, before she became the famous Marilyn Monroe. Portrait of a Roman couple in Pompeii AD 79. William Holden, 1954. Tom Waits, Bonnie Raitt, and John Prine at the Grand Ole Opry on October 29, 1975, for a musical performance. Rod Stewart at 19, with his then group Steam Packet with Long John Baldry, Julie Driscoll, and Brian Auger. Pam Grier in the movie Coffee, 1973. Jane Seymour. John Belushi, Carrie Fisher, and Dan Aykroyd on the set of The Blues Brothers 1980.